My beloved soul, listen carefully. There is a reason your heart paused for a moment before you reached this message, a reason your spirit felt a quiet pull that you could not explain. This is not random. This is not coincidence. This is divine alignment unfolding in real time. And right now, God is speaking directly into your love story, into the space where you have been waiting, questioning, and silently hoping. Because the truth is, you are not just chosen for a purpose. You are chosen for a connection, a love that has been written long before you ever felt the pain of separation. And the person you keep thinking about, the one whose energy lingers even in your quietest moments, they are not distant the way it seems. Something is shifting beneath the surface. Something is being prepared. And if you feel it in your chest right now, that subtle warmth, that emotional pull you cannot ignore, it is because your soulmate is being guided back toward you. Do not scroll, this message carries your answer. If this message speaks to your heart, comment, "I receive this love," like this video, and subscribe for more. Because what you are about to understand will change how you see everything that has happened between you and them. You have been asking why it had to hurt this way, why the silence felt so heavy, why the distance seemed so unfair. But what you did not see was that God was not separating you to break the connection. He was refining both of you so that this love could finally align the right way. Your soulmate has been going through their own quiet transformation, a process they did not fully understand at first. They tried to move on, tried to ignore what they felt, but the truth kept returning to them, again and again, in the quiet, in the night, in the moments when they thought no one was watching. They miss you more than they admit. They feel your absence more deeply than they show. And even now they are starting to realize that what they lost was never ordinary. It was something divine, something rare, something they were not ready to hold before. Stay with me. Something deeper is unfolding in your love story. Because what you are feeling is not one-sided. The energy between you has never been broken. It has only been paused, held in a space where both souls had to grow separately before they could come back together stronger. There were moments when your soulmate thought about reaching out, moments when your name almost left their lips, when your memory almost turned into action. But fear held them back, not because they stopped loving you, but because they knew deep down that they had not yet become the person who could truly stand beside you without repeating the same mistakes. And God would not allow a half-ready version of them to return to you. So the delay you experienced was protection. The silence you felt was preparation. The distance you endured was divine timing at work. Right now, your soulmate is beginning to feel something shifting inside them, a realization that is becoming impossible to ignore. They are starting to understand that what they walked away from was not just a person, it was a calling, a connection designed to change both of your lives. And this realization is not gentle, it is emotional, it is overwhelming, it is breaking down the walls they once built to protect themselves. Do not leave yet, your soulmate's truth is being revealed. Because there is something you must understand clearly. Your core connection was never meant to end. It was meant to evolve. The separation phase was never punishment, it was alignment. God had to remove you from each other temporarily, so that the version of love you are about to experience could be deeper, more honest, more spiritually connected than anything you have known before. You were being prepared to receive a love that is not based on confusion or inconsistency, but on truth, clarity, and divine intention. And your soulmate, whether they admit it yet or not, is being drawn back toward you in ways they cannot control. They feel your energy. They sense your presence even in silence. They are remembering the small things, the conversations, the way you made them feel seen in a way no one else ever could. And this remembering is not casual. It is awakening something inside them that cannot be ignored anymore. They are beginning to regret the distance, regret the choices, regret the moments they chose fear over love. But this regret is not here to bring pain, it is here to bring clarity. Because only when they fully understand what they lost can they truly come back ready to value it the right way. Stay with me, because everything is about to make sense in a way you did not expect. God is not only working on them, He is also working within you. The patience you have been forced to develop, the strength you have built through the waiting, the emotional resilience you have gained, all of it has been shaping you into someone who can receive this love without losing yourself in it. You are no longer the same person who first experienced this connection. You have grown. You have healed in ways you may not even fully recognize yet. And this growth is exactly why the reunion energy is starting to build now. Because both of you are finally approaching the same level of understanding, the same level of readiness, the same level of emotional awareness. And when two souls reach that point together, nothing can keep them apart. Not distance, not fear, not past mistakes. This is where divine timing begins to accelerate. And as it does, you will start to notice signs, small synchronicities that seem too precise to ignore. You may hear their name unexpectedly. You may dream about them more vividly. You may feel sudden waves of emotion that do not seem to come from your current situation. These are not random experiences. These are signals. These are confirmations that the connection is active, that the alignment is happening, that something is moving behind the scenes, even if you cannot yet see it physically. And your soulmate, at this very moment, is closer to reaching out than they have ever been before. The hesitation is fading, the clarity is growing, the emotional truth is becoming louder than their fear. Do not scroll away. Your lovestory is entering a new phase, because soon what has been hidden will begin to reveal itself. Conversations that once felt impossible will start to happen. Feelings that were suppressed will start to surface. And the connection that once felt distant will begin to feel present again. Not in the same way as before, but in a deeper, more grounded, more spiritually aligned way. This is not about repeating the past. This is about creating something new, something stronger, something guided by God rather than controlled by fear. And even now, as you listen to these words, something inside you already knows this is true. You can feel it. You can sense it. You can recognize that this message did not find you by accident. It found you because your moment is approaching. It found you because your connection is being activated. It found you because your soulmate is being prepared to step back into your life in a way that will finally make sense. Stay with me, because the next part will reveal what is about to happen between you and them, and why everything you went through was leading to this exact moment. And as this shift continues to unfold, you will begin to notice quiet but powerful change within your own heart. A sense of calm replacing the confusion. A strange peace settling in, even before anything physically happens. And this is your spirit recognizing that what you've been waiting for is no longer distant. It is approaching. It is aligning. It is already moving toward you in ways that cannot be stopped. Because when God decides to restore a connection that was divinely written, no human fear, no past mistake, no external circumstance can stand in the way of that reunion. And your soulmate is now standing at a point where they can no longer run from what they feel. They can no longer pretend that this connection did not change them, because it did. It transformed them in ways they did not expect. And now they are being guided to face the truth they once avoided, that you were never just someone who passed through their life. You were the one who awakened something real, something lasting. Something that stayed with them, even when they tried to let go. And this realization is not gentle, it is intense, it is emotional, it is breaking down their pride, their hesitation, their excuses. And slowly, step by step, it is pushing them toward action, toward communication, toward you. Stay with me, because something undeniable is taking shape in your love story right now. And you are about to understand why everything had to unfold the way it did. Because there were lessons both of you needed to learn separately. Lessons about self-worth, about emotional honesty, about choosing love without fear. And without those lessons, this connection would have remained incomplete, unstable, unready. But now, the version of your soulmate that is emerging is not the same person who walked away. They are becoming more aware, more emotionally open, more willing to express what they feel instead of hiding it. And this is why the timing is shifting now. This is why the energy feels different now. This is why you can sense something building, even if you cannot yet see it. Do not leave yet, because your soulmate is closer to reaching out than you think. And when they do, it will not feel like the past repeating. It will feel like a new beginning, rising from everything you both went through. And even now, they're replaying moments with you in their mind, remembering your voice, your presence, the way you understood them without needing explanation. And this remembering is creating a pull they cannot ignore anymore. It is drawing them back to the truth they once tried to escape, that what they felt with you was not ordinary. It was rare, it was divinely placed. And now they are beginning to accept that losing you was not something they can simply move past. It is something they must correct, something they must face, something they must return to with a new level of awareness and intention. And while this is happening within them, God is also preparing the path between you, removing obstacles, aligning circumstances, opening doors that once seemed closed, because when the moment of reconnection arrives, it will not be forced, it will flow, it will feel natural, it will feel right, as if everything finally makes sense. Stay with me, because there is a deeper truth being revealed about your connection, something that goes beyond emotions, beyond timing, beyond physical distance. This love carries purpose, it carries meaning. It carries a spiritual assignment that neither of you fully understood at the beginning. But now that purpose is beginning to awaken, now that meaning is becoming clearer, and this is why the pull between you has never faded, no matter how much time has passed, no matter how far apart you have been, because what is divinely connected cannot be permanently separated. It can only be delayed until both souls are ready to receive it fully, and your soulmate is reaching that point now. They are starting to let go of what once held them back. They are starting to see you not through the lens of fear, but through the lens of truth, through the understanding that this connection was never meant to be lost. It was meant to be realized. And as this realization deepens, it is creating an urgency within them, a desire to fix what was broken, to say what was left unsaid, to reach out and bridge the distance that once felt impossible. Do not scroll away, because your love story is entering its most important phase, and everything that once confused you is about to become clear in ways that will bring you peace instead of pain. And even now, signs will begin to appear more frequently, moments that feel too aligned to be coincidence, reminders that seem too specific to ignore, because God is gently confirming to you that this connection is still alive, still active, still moving toward fulfillment, and you are being asked to trust this process, not with blind hope but with quiet faith, the kind of faith that knows that what is meant for you will not miss you, the kind of faith that understands that delays are not denials. They are preparations for something greater, and as you hold on to this faith, you will begin to feel stronger, more centered, less controlled by the fear of losing this connection, because deep down, you are starting to realize that you never truly lost it. It was only being reshaped, refined, redirected toward a higher form of love. And this is why, when your soulmate finally reaches out, it will feel different, it will feel grounded, it will feel intentional, it will feel like they are no longer unsure of what they want. Because now, they will know, now they will be ready. Now they will be able to stand in front of you, not as someone confused, but as someone who understands the value of what you share. Stay with me, because what is about to unfold next will bring a level of clarity that will change how you see this entire journey. And you will finally understand why this message found you right now. at this exact moment, because your connection is not waiting anymore. It is moving. It is aligning. It is preparing to reveal itself in a way that will leave no doubt in your heart that this love was always meant to find its way back to you. And as this momentum builds even stronger, you will begin to feel a shift not just in your thoughts, but deep within your spirit, a knowing that does not need proof, a calm certainty that replaces the questions you once carried, because the truth is, when divine love starts moving into alignment, it does not arrive with confusion, it arrives with clarity. And right now, clarity is entering both your heart and your soulmate's heart at the same time, even if neither of you fully understands it yet. Because your soulmate has reached a point where running no longer feels like freedom, it feels like loss, and that realization is heavy, it is undeniable, it is something they can no longer escape from. And this is where everything begins to change. This is where the emotional walls they once built start to fall. Not all at once, but slowly, layer by layer, as they begin to face what they truly feel for you. And what they feel is not fading, it is not temporary. It is not something they can replace. It is something that has remained constant, even through distance, even through silence, even through the time apart. And now, that constant feeling is becoming louder than their fear, louder than their doubt, louder than anything that once kept them away from you. Stay with me, because something powerful is being revealed about your soulmate right now. Something they have not shown anyone else. Because behind the surface, behind the distractions, behind the silence, they have been thinking about you more than you realize, replaying moments, questioning their choices, wondering what would have happened if they had stayed, if they had chosen differently, if they had not let fear control their actions. And these thoughts are no longer just passing memories. They are turning into realizations, and those realizations are turning into intentions, and those intentions are slowly becoming actions. Do not leave yet. Your soulmate is moving closer to you than ever before. And while this is happening, God is also working in ways you cannot see, aligning circumstances, creating opportunities, orchestrating moments that will bring you back into each other's lives at the exact right time. Not too early, not too late, but precisely when both of you are ready to receive what this connection truly is. Because this love was never meant to be rushed. It was meant to be built. It was meant to be understood. It was meant to be experienced at a depth that only comes through growth, through patience, through transformation. And now, both of you have reached a point where that depth is possible, where that understanding is present, where that readiness is real. And this is why the energy between you feels different now. It feels stronger, clearer, more aligned, as if something is pulling you both toward the same direction again. And that pull is not random. It is divine, it is intentional, it is guided. And your soulmate can feel it too, even if they cannot fully explain it, even if they are still trying to process it. They know something is changing. They know something is calling them back. They know something about you still feels unfinished, still feels important, still feels like something they cannot ignore anymore. Stay with me, because there is a truth here that will bring you peace. The delay you experienced was never meant to hurt you permanently. It was meant to prepare both of you for something real, something lasting, something that does not break under pressure. And now that preparation is complete. That process is reaching its final stage. And what comes next is not separation. It is connection. It is communication. It is reunion energy beginning to rise. And when this reunion starts to unfold, it will not feel forced. It will feel natural. It will feel like everything is finally falling into place. Like every moment of waiting had a purpose. Like every tear had a reason. Like every unanswered question is finally being answered through actions instead of words. And your soulmate, who once held back, who once hesitated, who once chose distance, will now begin to choose closeness, will begin to choose honesty, will begin to choose you, not because they are unsure anymore, but because they finally understand what this connection truly is. And even now, as you listen, you may feel a subtle shift in your chest, a warmth, a quiet reassurance, a sense that something is coming, something is approaching, something is about to change. And that feeling is not your imagination. It is your spirit recognizing what is already in motion, recognizing that this message did not find you by accident, recognizing that you are being prepared for the moment when everything begins to make sense. Do not scroll away, because your love story is no longer in the phase of waiting. It is entering the phase of fulfillment. And what you have been hoping for, what you have been praying for, what you have been holding on to even in your weakest moments, is closer now than it has ever been before. And as this final shift continues to unfold, you will begin to see, not feel, the truth that has been building all along, that this connection was never lost. It was only being guided. It was only being shaped. It was only being prepared to return to you in a way that is stronger, deeper, and more real than anything you have experienced before. And this is why, right now, at this exact moment, this message found you. Because your story is not ending. It is finally beginning to unfold the way it was always meant to. And now, as everything reaches this sacred turning point, there is something you must understand with absolute clarity. This is no longer just a possibility. This is becoming a reality that is already forming around you, even if your eyes have not fully seen it yet, because God does not bring you this far emotionally, spiritually, and mentally just to leave your story unfinished. He completes what he begins, and your connection was always meant to be completed, not abandoned, not forgotten, but fulfilled in a way that reflects the depth of what you both feel. And right now, your soulmate is standing at the edge of that realization. A moment where they can no longer deny what their heart has been trying to tell them. A moment where silence feels heavier than speaking, where distance feels more painful than closeness, where the idea of losing you completely becomes something they cannot accept anymore. And this is where action begins. This is where the shift becomes visible. This is where what you have been feeling internally starts to manifest externally. Because they are no longer resisting the connection. They are surrendering to it. They are allowing themselves to feel what they once suppressed, to admit what they once avoided, to move toward what they once ran from. Stay with me. Because of this is the moment your love story begins to transform into something real and undeniable. And as they take these steps, even if they are small at first, even if they are quiet, even if they come in ways you did not expect, you will recognize them, you will feel them. You will know that this is not the same energy as before. This is different. This is grounded. This is intentional. This is guided. And the version of your soulmate that is returning to you is not the version that left. It is someone who has been changed by the absence, shaped by the lessons, softened by the realization of what you truly meant to them. And this is why their return will not feel confusing. It will feel clear. It will feel honest. It will feel like something that finally aligns with your heart. Instead of disrupting it, do not leave yet, because the final truth of your connection is about to be revealed. This love was never created to break you. It was created to build you, to elevate you, to teach you what real connection feels like when it is guided by something greater than human emotions alone. And even the pain you experienced was not meaningless. It was part of the process that brought both of you to this exact moment of readiness. And now that readiness is here, now that understanding is present, now that both of your hearts are opening in the same direction again, there is nothing left to delay what is coming, because divine timing has shifted from preparation to manifestation, from waiting to receiving, from uncertainty to clarity, and even now, your soulmate is feeling the urge to reach out more strongly than ever before, a pull that keeps returning, a thought that keeps repeating, a feeling that keeps growing until it can no longer be ignored. And when they finally follow that feeling, when they finally take that step toward you, It will not be out of confusion. It will be out of certainty, out of recognition, out of a deep knowing that you are not just someone they once loved. You are the one they were always meant to return to. And as this unfolds, you will begin to feel a sense of peace that replaces all the questions you once carried. A sense of calm that tells you that everything is finally aligning, that everything is finally making sense, that everything is finally becoming what it was always meant to be. And in this moment you will understand why you had to wait, why you had to grow, why you had to hold on even when it felt difficult, because this love, this connection, this reunion, was never meant to be ordinary. It was meant to be divine. It was meant to arrive at the exact moment when both of you could receive it fully, without fear, without doubt, without hesitation. And now, that moment is here, that alignment is complete, that connection is ready to return to you in its highest form, and nothing can stop what God has already set into motion. No delay, no distance, no past mistake has the power to block what is divinely meant for you. So release the fear, release the doubt, release the need to control how it happens, and trust what you feel in your heart right now, because that feeling is not false. It is not wishful thinking. It is confirmation. It is truth. It is the quiet voice within you, recognizing that your soulmate is already being guided back to you, that your love story is already being restored, that your connection is already coming into alignment in ways that are beyond what you can see at this moment. And this is your confirmation. It is already on its way. Rest in faith. It is done.